Hello everyone, I'm Rachel Gullison. I've been at the church for about 15 years now. I'm married to Dusty. I have 3 kids. Elsa is our oldest. She's 17 and a senior at Squalicum. Jacob is 14 and Lucy is 11. These are my dogs. We have a golden named Wilson and a black lab named Milo, and we also have 2 cats, Marshmallow and Mittens. I am a stay-at-home mom, and when I'm not shuttling my kids around, I am doing homework for a degree at Regent. I plan to get a master's in theological studies. Some of my hobbies are mostly about being outside. I love hiking and getting outside with my dogs. I've also started skiing again after a bit of a break, which has been really fun. I love to read. I have books all over my house, and I am always reading or listening to an audiobook. I also am an occasional knitter. I'm really slow, but I like it. And I also do really like foreign movies and indie movies. Some important people in my life, I would say first is just my family. I grew up in a family of believers. I grew up going to church. My grandparents, my mom's parents, and my parents were believers and went to church, so I grew up surrounded by people that were following Jesus. And I am just extremely grateful to be in a church community and in my small group. And I have also just learned so much from my husband and my kids as we just learned about following Jesus together. An important thing that I've learned about my faith recently is that information does not equal transformation. I love reading and learning, but I am learning more and more that it takes practice to work out my faith in my everyday life. And so that's really drawn me towards learning more about the spiritual practices and trying to implement those. I've especially been affected by the practice of Sabbath and also just silence and solitude, learning how to sit with God in the quiet. That's just really helped me to slow down and to pay attention to my daily life. One thing I wonder about when it comes to the Bible is just why isn't it a little bit more specific? Why doesn't it cover, all of the things that we might need to know? Sometimes it just seems kind of confusing or vague. The big things I understand, we have the 10 Commandments and love your neighbor. So those things I get, but in the midst of that, there is a lot of room for disagreement and just confusion. But at the same time, I also love that there's room for discernment within that we can work in our community to learn more and to understand more, and that there's just a complexity and a depth to the scriptures that is exciting and that I love learning about. To be honest, I kind of struggle with the word disciple. I don't know that it really meant a lot to me for a really long time. And I have come across a different word that some people say is a better translation, and that's apprentice. And I really resonate with that idea because that feels very embodied and relational to me and has really helped me to see my relationship with Jesus as one with a teacher and a guide, but also over time I've started to understand what it means to see Jesus as a friend as well, that he's someone who walks with me and is with me all the time. just to be clear, everything I'm about to say is aspirational, but I am trying more and more to see my faith as integrated into everything that I do. So whether it's mundane tasks like washing the dishes or walking the dog in the pouring rain, or if it's something that seems more deep, like having a great conversation with my kids or spending time with family, I'm just trying to see all of that as me actively partnering with God in bringing shalom, in bringing His kingdom. And I just want to see that all work out in my life as integrated.